Yo. What up, dude?
What up? Was I on the other side of the screen last week?
Like over here?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I was, but that's all right. I think it depends who goes first.
Or
But
who gets in here first?
yeah, it pushes you to the left side of the screen, maybe.
Shit. I was just thinking, we've made a lot of these. I think this week I'm gonna try to listen to the very first or second one.
When I was in my bedroom in PA, closet had no door on it, right?
Yeah. And was it still? Yeah, we still did it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's what we just always did, StreamYards. And then we had like some sort of janky way to. No, I think we just did everything the same.
Was the
only a
Rick
year
interview
ago.
the first one?
Well, remember he overslept it, and then you had
Oh yeah, yeah.
you had a work meeting, so
Yeah.
it was like a 10-minute interview, and then it was like me and Rick did the podcast. I don't even know if we uploaded it.
I think you made us take it down,
Yeah, he made us take it down.
which I think
Yeah.
I have it hidden.
Yeah, well, you can listen to it, compare and contrast what the podcast was. But
I think it was more CrossFit, right? Way more
yeah,
CrossFit.
oh yeah, way more CrossFit.
Actually, that would be a really good list. I'm going to do that this week.
It was right around when we were trying to get our L, where we just got our L3, so we were like always trying to talk about that shit, like it was important to other people,
Yeah, you never know.
or that somebody would listen to it or want it. But I think that's what it was about.
What's good, dude?
Just it's Sunday, so Eagles aren't playing. It's kind of a disappointment.
Whole life has changed.
Whole life has changed. But yeah, nothing really. I gotta just finish up some odds and ends for the gym's programming. I gotta upload it to SugarWOD, and just keep going through the weeks, one week at a time. What about you?
Sunday scaries this week or no?
No. I'm just, at the point where it's honestly feels like it's every day now. Like every day I wake up to go to work, I'm like, this again. But I think that's just like, honestly, I mean, you probably feel the same fucking way.
Yeah, it depends. It's usually harder if I have a super busy week or
like something's coming up. Yeah, that you got to go back to, or like you got to get something done. That's how I was last week because we had all those conferences. So it was more of the opposite. It was like, oh, fuck, stress. I'm anxious about it. Got a lot leading up to it. A lot of people, a lot of energy, a lot of commitment. Like I only worked out, 3 days last week? Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, you just have crazy work.
Yeah.
Meetings that were different for you than they are for us. Like,
yeah.
First of all, Sonos doesn't really want to invest in the product organization.
Yeah.
Spending the week together.
Well, who are they spending money on?
It's a great question.
I would imagine it's like there's a sales department that we don't know about because like they're
There
not
is,
the same type of sales of me. Yeah. So it's like
I think marketing has the bigger pull.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because like sales is like you're pitching to retailers mostly, I'm assuming, or maybe installers.
Yeah, I would imagine like the retailer is probably pretty easy too. Because like once you're in, there isn't many more that you can go to. Most of these companies, like a small mom and pop shop or like a local shop, will reach out to Sonos probably and be like, hey, we want to carry your product.
Yeah.
So I would imagine it's pretty small.
I wonder if they even do that.
Yeah, I feel like the sales team would be like what you said, like, hey, we're going to give you speakers. Let us put that, like, it's all AI. I think your business models, you're not selling a service, you're selling products. So, and I don't think anybody's walking around selling or like telling somebody to buy them. Maybe for like hotels and shit like that, but.
Well, the latest thing is service. We're trying to sell to small businesses, big businesses.
Gotcha. But it's not the speaker itself.
Right. It's the extra features you get that are more tailored to a business.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That's what I would imagine it is. Interesting.
Hit you up, dude.
Yeah, let me know. What comes up the pipeline.
But yeah. I'm tired too, man. I don't know what it is.
Shit.
I didn't sleep late.
You're gonna yawn too. But I'm just letting you guide the show today. I feel like I always cut you off to go to the next segment, and then you always have like some sort of last minute.
Yeah, sometimes
bit to say.
The biggest thing was just listening to previous podcasts.
Well, What's your hot take then? You got any hot takes on the week?
We saw, what did we see yesterday?
Anyone But You.
Oh yeah, okay, that reminds me. Okay, so my hot take was, are new movies, or no, it has to be more factual, right? I always want to make my hot takes big, like controversial questions.
The hot take has to be
A statement.
Yeah, it has to be a statement like mayo superior to mustard or some shit.
New movies are bad.
What do you mean?
That's my hot take.
What counts as a new movie?
Anything that's like, if I'm on Netflix, anything that I see that was from like 2022 and above, 99% bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. So that's what I was going to say. I would agree that like on a certain timeline of the calendars, like there was a shift in our momentum on like more movies are more, well, I don't know, ban me, fucking cancel me, more woke. Yeah. Like, right, there's more woke movies in today's world and like more woke TV shows and probably honestly more money in television than there is movies. So like Marvel's like pumping out more fucking quality TV shows than they are pumping out movies. And things have changed. What did you think of the movie last night?
It's not good, dude. Like even for a rom-com, and like Chills had me watch a ton of rom-coms. I don't usually mind rom-coms, so I don't really think it was the genre.
Interesting.
But like the plot to me was just like so bad. Like,
what was bad about it?
Who does that? Who gets mad? Like I was telling this to Trill, like I don't know, it was just not super believable that someone would get mad that someone snuck out, like that emotionally mad.
Well, he was in love with her.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so he didn't even get the full story though. You know, it's like who jumps to conclusions that much
that quickly? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong. Who was it? It's something
like, dude, if that was me and you just rolled into my apartment after that, I'd be like, dude, I think I fucked up, man. I just fell in love and she's gone.
But the guy also
like watched her leave.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but then that's what I mean. The guy was saying stuff about her. So what's her name? Sweeney.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney. She's in other shit, right?
A million. She's like the latest, greatest
Euphoria,
female actress. Yeah.
She's gonna be in the Madam Web, The White Lotus, Reality, Everything Sucks. A lot of movies, but bigger stuff recently.
Yeah.
Euphoria and Anyone But You, and then the Madam Web Marvel movie. But Euphoria was probably her thing. That was probably her kickoff. HBO, drama series. Okay, interesting. And then the other guy, I've never seen any of the other actresses.
He's in Top Gun. You've seen him?
Nah, I've never seen him.
Did you see the new Top Gun?
Nah.
Oh shit!
I gotta watch that.
Fucking great movie.
I'll have to watch Top Gun.
It's one of my exceptions for new movies.
Damn. What, that has to be?
No, that was an actual good new movie.
Good movie. I mean, I'm sure there's some good ones, but most of them are like, well, that was a remake. So it was kind of what you also said.
Yeah, true.
Went to the movies, you were like, why are they making a new Mean Girls? Because the newer movies, like every storyline is taken. So at this point, it's like, let's get a new director and let's redirect these movies. Let's make them better. Let's make them more like with the new stuff. Like imagine if they made a new Home Alone movie, what that would be like.
Yeah.
It would also be terrible because like that movie says a lot of shit that would not fly today. Like a lot of stuff is in that movie.
What movie? What'd you say?
Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff.
Did you rewatch Bring It On? You saw that?
I've seen it though. I know what you're talking about.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, like imagine if they remade
that raunchy movie.
Yeah. Imagine if they remade it though.
Yeah.
But like even, I mean, the movie we saw last night, it had some stuff in there where you'd be like, if somebody was like watching this, they'd say something bad about this. But
yeah. I have. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't want to get us canceled, but
there was
I could say there was some weird. It was really weird.
Yeah.
They were trying to be diverse and inclusive, but with the characters that were supposed to be the diverse characters, they like made them like really like, I don't know if dumb is the right word, but just odd.
Yeah.
Like his best friend was like,
yeah, like,
dude,
I don't even know.
Like way out.
Who was that? He was like,
I've never seen him before in my life.
He was like speaking other languages. Yeah. I've never seen it before too. The only other guy I saw before was the dad of B or Bay, whatever her name is. What was her name? B? Yeah, I think her name was B. And then aside from that, honestly, I've never seen anybody else. The Aussie girls, I don't know who they were. The Aussie dude was funny. It was interesting. I agree, though. I would agree with your hot take. I can't argue it.
Like, my friend Alex does movie review podcasts. So, like, they usually do, is it a good movie, good bad movie, bad good movie, bad movie?
Yeah.
It's probably a bad good movie.
Well, do you like even like part of it is like those type of movies, rom-coms, they just give me like they make me laugh because they give you a really bad perception of what love is to be, what like is that type of love story doesn't exist.
I don't know. Aren't all rom-coms literally just the beginning
of a love story? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually like two people that like exactly this plot was like, two people that are going to end up together at the end, but we're going to have to see how they like, they don't want to be. And then the universe pulls them together. It's something like that. Yeah. Or like they have like an awakening at the end, like a wedding or something where they're like, I need to do this, or exactly how that movie was. It was exactly how any other rom-com is.
Yeah.
I don't think it was terrible. Would I watch it again?
You watched again, yeah.
If I was feeling low about myself or depressed or just, something, breakups, maybe like you'd be like, love's out there. Or like some people like Hallmark movies or something, and it like makes you feel,
gives you the feels.
The feels, yeah. You're like, oh wow, like you want the relationship to work. It's like the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift saga. Like a lot of people are living like through them, and I think that's how these rom-coms work. Like you would sit there, you'd be like, wow, these are two like. Look how good looking these people are. Look how awesome this is. Like they should be together. And like the universe wants them to be so bad, but they're fighting it. Like there's probably people who are sitting there like mad. Like, no, don't kiss. Don't do it. No. I would agree though. Rom-coms or not rom-coms. Newer movies are bad. Rom-coms not my favorite.
I wouldn't watch that again. If Trill had it on, I don't even think I'd really pay attention to it.
Pay attention, yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not saying it was a good watch. I enjoyed the hour that I was there. I appreciated the views of Australia.
Yeah. I was also like, there were certain parts when they were jumped into the harbor where like I got like fucking chills. I was like, fuck, there's sharks in that water.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody would survive that. Like, I don't think people swim in that water. When I was there was boats, but like it's fucking great white infested, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it is.
And like bull shark, it's the inlet and it connects right to the ocean. Even when he jumps off the cliff, I probably like if you're watching this and haven't seen it, you're gonna watch it. Sorry, I'm spoiling the whole movie. But like that water, people have gotten eaten by like 15 great white sharks.
I think that's the problem with being a Disney kid, though, dude.
What?
Because you let movies just take you over.
Like what?
Like you watch that movie and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Like, why don't I live in Australia?
Oh yeah, I thought that yesterday. I was
but it's not realistic though.
No, because
you don't see any of those people ever go to work.
Yeah. You didn't want. I mean, they were living like the stepdad was loaded. She quit law school.
Yeah.
Everybody's
always a sunny day in the movies.
Yeah, always sunny. Yeah, no storm, no traffic, no stress.
They're living in a fucking mansion right on the beach.
Which I don't even know where that was.
I don't know. It looked like it was on a peninsula or an island because there was water on both sides.
Yeah, and they had like the sailboats, which like parts of me were like, this movie's filmed in Sydney, but then at the same time, it's not because like Sydney's ocean is fucking rough compared to it's like our oceans. I'm pretty sure.
The funny part was they went on that hike, and I was like, "Oh, that's not even." I hate hiking. It's like that wasn't even a view. It was just like, oh, here's the woods.
The woods, and you're overlooking, and then the koala there. Yeah, I agree. But let's pull up. I got something to show you. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, take advantage, dude.
Let me share my screen. Let me figure out how to do this. Present. Share my screen. Share my screen. It prompts me to be careful. Windows. Webs. Share. Okay, chat. You can see my screen.
Yep, we see it.
You guys ever see this?
What's this? A bull or a great white?
This is in Sydney. I think it's a great white.
Like that fucking flyover they did in the movie.
I just don't know if they show the actual attack in this. There's an actual footage on YouTube of like a recent attack. And I just don't know if we'd ever find it. Maybe it was this. Yeah, this is it. Let's see if we find it. Let's see if we see it.
Hey, it's our sponsor, StreamYard.
Was it?
Yeah.
They fucking...
This guy they keep showing, the guy that got
attacked? So this guy was diving and there was a bunch of fishermen and they blurred it out, but you could see the water turning red. All of a sudden they heard somebody screaming and half of his body was there and he got attacked by a great white shark while he was diving.
Holy shit.
As you go through it, like the water turns more red. See it?
Yeah.
There's the shark. Here's your homeboy fucking jabroni. They closed down the beaches. But anyway, like that was like very similar spot where they had the wedding. So these are all the little inlets.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's close to shore.
Yeah, so it's scary. Fucking scary, dude. There's a lot of crazy shit out there.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's I was just like, oh, like I got fucking anxious when I was watching that because like that whole water is just filled. I mean, in the movie, it was like definitely not real, but they weren't swimming in the harbor, that's for sure.
Trill was convinced that those two actor and actresses hooked up in real life, even though he's married.
Why is she convinced about that?
She just said the chemistry was too real between the two of them.
Sweeney and
the
dude.
Glenn. Yeah.
No way. How old is he?
I don't know.
What's his name?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Pull him up. He was born in 88. He's my age, dude. He's 36.
36. She's 26.
So 10-year difference.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. I don't know. They might just be good actors or actresses.
That's what I said.
I mean, which is why she's the hot wonder right now. I mean, maybe she's right. I don't know. Trill also says that the Travis Kelce Taylor Swifting is fake.
This is true. She doesn't believe that one.
Yeah, and that's hard to believe that it's not real. So who knows? I also think in the movie a lot of makeup was worn. But you know, that's okay. It's just my
Savon, actually. It's funny. Savon was saying that was a hoax too.
The Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
No, it ain't a fucking hoax. Yeah. Nobody at that caliber, like Taylor Swift, don't need any more publicity or money.
But he was like going into Travis's exes and he was like, she just doesn't match his type.
Yeah, that's fine. Do your exes match Trill?
I guess. I mean, maybe. I don't know. We need someone. You'd have to tell me that. Yeah.
Taylor Swift's net worth is $1.1 billion. She's 34 years old. And then let's look at Travis Kelce. 34 years old. His net worth doesn't pop up.
Savon was going as far as to say that Pfizer created the whole plan.
That's where this guy pushes it. Pfizer don't have that much power, first of all. Secondly, Travis don't care that much. When you're at that caliber and you have that much money, it doesn't matter if somebody dangles money in your face. It's like Elon. He's like, I don't care to do any of these things. You want to sue me? Here. I want to buy Twitter. I'm going to do it. And I still will have billions of dollars left. You guys want to fire me from Twitter? That's fine. I still owned it at one point. It's like he doesn't care. It's like she's got so much money and she has so much clout. Like her doing that would be more risky than not doing it.
Yeah.
Like her going and dating him is more risky than anything because of now the new people that troll her. And like, that's one thing I have a big issue with is social media and just like
Do you think it helps her career?
No.
Because we know it definitely helps his. And the NFL as a whole.
I mean, helps the NFL as a whole, but I don't think it helps her career. Right. It might help. It might help him in a little bit. It'll give the NFL more exposure.
It helps him 10x, dude.
Yeah, he made a shit ton more money. Yeah. People knew who he was because of Mahomes and like the brotherly love.
The team, but that's just fans. I'm saying now people outside of just
I mean, he made a lot of extra money, but I don't think that's what I'm saying. He has enough money as is. I don't think he's looking for.
Well, I'm talking about fame, not money. Like she's helped his career. She's helped his podcast.
Yeah. No,
Because
I think it's
all
fine.
those Swifties are watching that podcast, just hoping he's going to drop some tea.
Yeah. No, I think it's fine. I think I don't think there's anything about them.
But I was curious if she got any what's it called, fame or betterments for her career dating a football player.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe like a few football fans are like, "Oh, that's sick."
Yeah, no, I think I don't think it has anything to do with it. They're playing now. I think she's at the game. Chiefs are losing 6-10. It is 4:47 left in Q2.
6-10.
Yeah, 6-10. We'll see what happens there. Detroit won. They beat Tampa. The close game. And then apparently you're a Niners fan. It's your backup team. They're like the Cowboys for the Eagles at this point.
They were just the downturn. I think the Eagles could have beat them.
Yeah, I
was hoping they would have.
I don't want the Niners to win.
I think the Eagles could have beat Tampa.
I don't know if the Eagles could have beat anybody.
No, I'm saying the team we saw before the Niners game.
Yeah. They had at least enough in the tank, yeah. I think they kind of just gave up, and I think you see that in sports competition. Yeah, people just give up and kind of disassociate themselves with things. Like going through things, competition gets to people, and I think like you gotta pick one or the other. You can go full sledged into it, or the opposite, like you just fail.
Some athletes thrive at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom is kind of tough to be like, yeah, they thrive, but I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, Jason Kelce and Taylor Swift are side by side right now at the game.
Jason?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, so they hang.
Your boy Jay. They had to pull it up on YouTube TV.
Still no confirmation if he's staying or not.
No confirmation. I'll share my screen again and show you the footage I just found.
Isn't it crazy that everybody in the NFL, once you're done, you have an exit interview?
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Jason was telling me about it, and he's telling me about it. Was talking about it, and Tyson Baggett was talking about it on the Savant podcast.
Was it? What do they do?
They just tell you how you did, what went well, what didn't go well, what they liked, what they didn't like, how you did. It's just like everyone gets an exit interview.
Even though you're playing next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what I heard them talk about it. I wasn't sure what it was. I heard them say like a lot of guys are having their exit conversations tomorrow, which is okay. What they meant, like, hey, here's what you did, here's what you didn't do. And I'm sure they have a whole team that's like on the committee that's putting together what.
Yeah, you meet like with the owners, the managers, the coaches, the coordinators.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. So much shit that happens. I know I wanted to ask you. It's not a hot take, but what would you say is the Karen version of a male?
It's a good question. Karen version of a male.
I'm like, I can't think of anything. We have this one guy at work that we all fuck with, and we say Paul is like, nobody likes the name Paul. So we all fuck with him. So like every time we have somebody new come in, we're like, hey, by the way, like, what do you think of the name Paul? Like, you don't like it, right? And we just don't even give him the option. He's always standing right there. And they're like, the more you say it, like, yeah, I don't, like, unprompted. Like most people you can convince or persuade them to just like say, no, I don't like it. It's funny. But like, what would you say is the Karen version of Paul?
Trying to think of like dudes that are like Karens.
Yeah. I don't know. Like there's got to be something out there on the internet, right? That says like, Karen.
It's like a Rob. No. Nick.
No. I thought about it, Nick. Somebody says Ken.
Ken? I don't even know any dudes named Ken.
Yeah, that's like people just shortening it. Chad, Ken, Karen.
I thought Chad meant like you're a fibro, a Chad. Like that was slang for like.
I mean, this is a fucking Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Donald. That's like another troll just saying Donald Trump. Is Craig or Donald the male version of Karen?
Craig. I could see a Craig.
I think it's something like, I think Chris.
Chris.
Like it's a Chris, like, or like something in that regard. Like, I don't know. Maybe there isn't.
A Neil.
Yeah, maybe. No, I think it, like, to me, it resonates. Chris resonates with me the most.
I can see it being a Chris. It has to be a common, like, simple name.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be like Jose.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's not a Jose.
Or like a Robert.
Yeah, it's not that either. I just always come to mind of like a Craig, or not Craig, Chris.
Craig, dude.
Yeah, maybe. You're fucking being a Chris, dude. Something like that. I just thought that was an interesting take. Just came to mind.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul, but we don't. It's more of like just the troll of like what is.
Yeah. I don't know if Paul.
We just troll him. Trillion
Pete.
says Matt. I don't know.
Matt's just a common name.
Yeah, it's a common name, but it's not one where you get like annoyed at. Think of a name that you get annoyed at, like Tyson.
That's just a punk, though, to me.
Yeah,
like a punk kid.
It's not somebody that's like fucking annoying. Like maybe it is Nick. Like think
Nick
of all
Wagner.
the Nicks. Yeah, like think of all the Nicks you know in your life that are just like, you're fucking annoying. Yeah, I'd have to think.
Do you think that you share common similarities with people named Luke?
No. I don't really know anybody. There's one other Luke in the office, and for the last year, I was the only one, and now there's one new guy.
So now nobody. Of Matt's in the office, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. My Slack channel's filled. Like
there's a ton of Brian's too.
Brian might be the name. That might be the other Karen.
Or Ryan.
Yeah, or Ryan. No, I think Brian might resonate with me the most. Fucking little rat.
Dude, you're being like a Brian.
Yeah, dude, stop acting like a fucking Brian. Or here we go, Brian.
My manager at Med Decision was a Brian. He was nuts.
Was he a Karen?
No.
This is Fran. Just came for some pets real quick.
Did we talk a lot when I was in Med Decision? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, enough. But you were always hanging with Chetty. But we definitely talked because you then took the Sotos job after that.
Yeah.
So we talked enough. But I don't know. You got any recaps on anything else?
What was your hot take?
I told you were in charge of that today.
Oh, it's my
we were just going after yours. I'll bring one to the table next week.
Yeah, so new movie's bad. Both agree.
Yeah, new movies.
Unless someone in chat can drop a new movie, 2022 or not, that was actually good, you'd rewatch it.
Well, I was also saying they need to come out with a new, like a good zombie movie, like Zombieland. I thought was good, but like comedic. World War Z, I didn't think was terrible. It had a really good like story behind it, and then it just like abruptly ends.
What was the one with fucking Will Ferrell? No, not Will Ferrell. Will Smith.
I, Robot.
No, it was
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. That was good.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know if that was like a zombie movie though, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, remember his house is like that fort.
Yeah.
And he's like a scientist trying to figure out the cure.
Yeah. That movie with Matt Damon might be good too, with the biking.
With Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg, but Matt Damon's in it, I thought.
Was he?
I thought I saw on the list. Maybe I'm thinking of the other. Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. The one with all the characters. There was like fucking so many people in that movie.
Yeah. The one about the dog?
Yeah.
That looked good.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg just has a vibe, dude. You just get hyped when you see him on screen. You're like, Marky Mark, dude.
You forget that he's still an actor.
Yeah.
And still gets to do stuff out there. What else you got for us, dude? Yeah, where's the next segment? That's like the structure. So like doing the podcast.
Are we talking about the birds anymore? Or are we closing that down?
Closing it out. But that's what I'm trying to figure. It's like always awkward. That's why I feel like I'm always pushing you to the next segment and you're not ready to go to it.
I'm ready.
But like that's where maybe we need like timestamps to be like, cool, it's top of the hour. We're ready to move. Or like 10 minutes in, next segment.
We're halfway through. We're good.
And like announce it or whatever. But yeah, Eagles are cut, right? We don't got anything to say about them. My only take on that is social media needs to taper down. Like everybody's posting articles and saying stuff and thinks they know more and like fire this person, do that. I know this, I know that. Just like the media needs to chill the fuck out. I hate social media. I hate TikTok. Hate Instagram. Hate it all. Not a fan of it. And I think there's reasons behind it.
How much you on it?
Instagram more than I'd like, but for boredom, like I'll scroll through it. But lately at work, I've just like been really disassociating with my phone.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna try to see if I can get you some numbers, but I feel like I don't really go on Instagram much anymore. It was, it was really sad. Ollie was like, "Hey, man, you had some really awesome." He just found my photography account. I know it's just my name, but he just didn't happen to know it existed. And he was like, "You have some really good pictures." And you just kind of sit on that for a little bit, and you're like, "Oh man, I miss photography sometimes."
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that you knew if you picked up the camera, it just wouldn't be what it was.
Yeah.
It's just a chapter in the life.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be as fun. So far on the day, 12 minutes on Instagram. And I don't even know the week on Instagram. Mine's not updating.
I always forget, where do you go for that? General settings, general screen time. Yeah. I mean, today was we were a little bit busy, so I wasn't really on it much.
Yeah, well, today they're counting. So if you go to the week, they're counting today as the start of the new week. So make sure you go to the last week.
Okay.
Eagles fire demoted defensive coordinator Sean Desani. Or Desai, how do you say his name? Yeah, the guy that they put in charge. They fired him. Just an update just came through on ESPN. Instagram for last week, pretty high, I actually thought.
Wait, so I click week or day? Week,
and then shift the weeks because they're only counting today as the new week.
Oh, I see. Okay,
higher than I would imagine.
I don't know. What is yours?
349.
Yeah, over the course of 7 days.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean, mine's 240 over the course of 7 days.
Mine's saying Monday I spent an hour on Instagram. I don't know if this. I mean, I'm going to add limits. I'm going to put an hour limit on myself.
That's cool.
The week before that, though, I was way different. The week before that, I was. It's not letting me go back. Web activity. It's not letting me go back to last week. That's weird.
And you also have to be careful with this data because, like, my Facebook, for example, is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah. But that's like a live sale in there, which is a good hour and a half. That I just have to have Facebook open.
Yeah.
To watch somebody sell coral online.
Well, 2 weeks ago, everything was on the DL. Facebook, same thing, 2 hours apparently, which is not accurate. I don't ever go on Facebook. Instagram, only 2 hours.
You probably watched the live sale, though, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's got to be. And then the week before that, I was on Instagram apparently for 4 hours.
That's 4 hours over the week, though, dude.
Yeah.
That's not really a lot of time. I mean, you could just do the simple math.
Nah, I guess. It says per day. So Monday we were off Instagram. Yeah, a lot of time. I gotta need less time on my phone. I'm gonna start putting limits on things.
That's a total of 30 minutes a day. That's it.
If you average it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably accurate, I guess, if you're looking at that day. Yeah. There might be a day that you watched a 10-minute video. Boom, right there's a chunk of time.
Paul Saladino's videos.
Yeah, or anything. Yeah. Scroll through one of those great CrossFit videos, best hour videos. Interesting. I'm gonna put caps on myself to try to limit that.
Let's break it down. What kind of caps are we doing?
Thinking I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna use the categories because they've got social, productivity?
Yeah, I think I might just do app. So if you click Instagram, I'm just gonna put an hour cap on each day.
Okay.
Because I feel like if there's a day where I'm on for 30 minutes, I don't know if I want to. I think I have a decent control with it. Like I don't.
How do you feel about the messages? I have almost 4 hours of messages, which I don't understand how they calculate.
Yeah, I don't know how they calculate it. It says I had a lot too. It also says that I was on my phone today. Okay, never mind. It updated it. It was wrong. week. Last week. Messages 5 hours.
Yeah.
I would honestly be like, I'm on Slack on my phone more than that.
Really?
It's not even showing up on here. Yeah. Slack says only 39 minutes. And I mean, throughout the day at that conference, I was using my phone most of the time to answer shit. Interesting. And it's counting a lot of my activity time as like Mobius 37 minutes. When would I have ever spent 37 minutes on Mobius?
Yeah. So many times though, I don't lock my phone and put it in my pocket with the glass side towards my leg. And I swear it just registers swipes there. So it keeps the phone unlocked.
And keeps moving stuff. Yeah.
Because there'll be like times when I'll like, you and I are texting and I pull up my phone and it's like, I've sent you over 30-minute long audio message.
And it sends or no?
No, I usually just put the X.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, I think no Eagles, I guess. We'll be done there.
Yeah, we're done.
The draft's going to be not for a while.
I mean, they're making changes. They just fired somebody.
We talking football at all? I mean, I'm not really into football after my team lost.
Yeah, I don't really watch it. Even like today when I was watching the games, it was like
just hard to care for me.
Yeah. I don't really care that much. So that's where like if somebody were to say, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not a diehard sports fan in general. It'll be good to get away from that. CrossFit Open's coming up. Our hot take could be, or not hot take. We could do our 10-minute segment on your opinion on competition.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I'd love to hear what your opinion is. Did we talk about this already? I feel like this theme might have come up.
I was talking about in the very first episode of season 2.
Yeah, you said that's what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to talk. How do you navigate the conversation of competition throughout somebody when they say to you that they aren't doing this because of competition? They don't want to do CrossFit because it's competitive, or I'm only here for working out. I'm not here to be competitive. So how do you change that mindset, or are they correct? Is it like, yeah, if you're not competitive, that's fine?
Well, lately in my briefs, I've been associating the two together. So like competition is a tool for intensity. So
why should they care about intensity?
Because intensity is the independent variable that drives maximum. It drives maximal results.
So why? So should they, if they're here to just be,
if you're here for fitness, you need to chase intensity.
What if I'm here just to be mediocre? I want to get fit, but I just want to move 50%. Do you think people say
it's like
that because
it's obviously a defense mechanism, an excuse mechanism?
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
Because if you like spin it, if you dig deeper, like, so you're telling me that you would really willingly prefer to get fit over the course of 10 years when I can get you fit in 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
what you're admitting to me.
Yeah, so that's
you're okay just coming in here, being mediocre, not seeing any changes because they're so far out. Like, come on, no.
Yeah,
we're human.
So I have this theory that people view competition as that is why they don't want to get coached in the gym. So across the gym, very heavy on coaching. And I think people who don't want to be competitive believe I don't need to get coached or not that they don't want to get coached, that they shouldn't be coached, or they don't want to be coached because they don't want to become competitive, or they don't think they're being competitive. So they don't want the coaching or need the coaching. Okay. I'm just here to do pull-ups, but I'm coaching you on the mechanics of the beat swing, because the beat swing is going to inevitably push you further into the kip swing, which is then at some point going to potentially be a pull-up.
What's at the end? Intensity.
Yeah.
You have to compete to get intensity.
So the intensity part aside, what if they're viewing coaching as competition? Like, I don't want to be coached because it's too competitive. Why should I do that? Because I don't need to move faster. I just want to move what I'm doing. Because
what does that mean? Coaching is competitive.
When you're coaching somebody and having them do something out of their comfort zone, people view that as like, hey, that's too competitive for me. And I'm not here to be a competitor. I'm here to just work out. How do you decipher that? How do you break that down?
I would have to ask them, like, what do you mean by that? Like, are you saying that I'm trying to help them get a faster time?
Maybe, yeah.
Then I would be like, yeah, because we're pushing intensity here. You're competing against the clock.
What if they're just like, I'm just here to work out for 15 minutes and the workout's a 15-minute AMRAP, so leave me alone.
Go to Gold's Gym.
Yeah. So it's like the standard is like, hey, this is what we do in CrossFit. Like, this isn't the right place for you. I don't want to take your money. I think you should go somewhere else. Simple as that, right?
I'll take your money, but I ain't going to promise you results.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's that part.
That's the thing with any fitness program.
Well, like, I was just going to comment on that.
Each one lays out what you have to put in, what you have to give to it. Well, like you couldn't go do bodybuilding with no standards, no rules.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to follow that. Like, you could go to Gold's Gym, you could do a hypertrophy cycle, and you could half-ass it, and you would see results. Like, as long as you're lifting a lot of like weights at a lot of reps and you're consistent with it.
But even that's you're already saying too much. Like, what if I was like, yo, I'm doing hypertrophy. I do, 8 rep bicep curls, 8 rep flies. Yeah. Like, I'm not doing hypertrophy.
Yeah. No, you're not, because hypertrophy is like at a point you're not doing hypertrophy. Like, if you do
8 reps, dude.
Yeah. But not even 8 reps. You're only doing 8 pounds, let's say, on the bicep curls. And that's all you do because you don't want to get bulky.
Nah, I don't really want to try that hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And I think it gets twisted in with competition, though, and competitiveness and being able to.
I think this is separate from CrossFit. I think this is a psychological issue.
Yeah. They don't like, you think it's
and deeper that they are sports psychiatrists. No, I'd love to. That's who we should interview. That'd be cool.
Well, who do we know?
I swear I knew somebody that was one too. I think she came to the gym briefly, but then she was in school for it. But, I think this happens to people who lose a lot. So like high school, they wanted to be a top athlete. Loss. They create this story like, oh yeah, I'm just not competitive. And it's like, no, you just don't want to put yourself out there so that you're not accountable when you do lose.
Yeah.
And the beauty of CrossFit, though, is as long as you're pushing intensity, you don't really lose.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and we've talked about this before. What do you think about the opposite side of it? So somebody's pushing intensity, they blow up at some point, and then they need to stop because they blew up. And then they just quit because they're losing now.
Yeah, that's something that you have to address.
That's sports psychology, I guess. Like, not knowing how to like control your emotions in the actual thing. But now, if you said to somebody about like working out, and I think you lose people in the CrossFit space of, if we keep wording it as a sport, somebody's like, I'm here to just work out. And I think that's where you lose people.
Right.
Not you, but CrossFit.
But no, I don't know. You know what you signed up for. You know what CrossFit is. So if you're here to work out, that means you're here to perform movement mechanics consistently with intensity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
your workout is constantly varied, functional movements with intensity.
Yeah.
That's
so how do you take that and get more people into a CrossFit gym?
Get more people into a CrossFit gym. Well, that you show results.
Like, we know some of the issue is like people won't come to a CrossFit gym because like the actual medical field doesn't believe in CrossFit. Doctors don't believe in CrossFit. Social media doesn't believe in CrossFit. Intensity hurts people. Intensity is too hard. My knees are going to hurt. This, and this. And it's like, those things might happen, but they're better than being diabetic.
Yeah. They're going to come with anything you do.
They're better than not being able to move.
You go to Gold's Gym. You don't have a coach. You're watching influencer videos from someone who doesn't even have a degree in kinesiology. You're going to get hurt.
Mm-hmm. So then what about the credentials? How do you convince somebody that the CrossFit level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 is high enough credentials to help somebody?
I mean, like, I think there's 2 ways to sell it. One is like, here's Ollie, testimonial style.
Yeah.
Here's his before and after.
Basically,
it took him 6 months. He did that by coming to class.
Yeah.
And pushing intensity.
Yeah. I think it's tough, but that's one way. I think.
I mean, for the member that comes in here, and who's already a member, they're already paying you. Like, yeah, we'll take the money. Yeah. Hopefully, at some point, they ask themselves the question. Hopefully, they have the balls to ask the coach or the owner before they cancel their membership. I'm just not seeing results, or I feel like I plateaued. And then we can have the conversation. Oh, well, that's easily fixable. You've come in here and you decided that you were going to go mediocre.
Yeah.
Here's our ethos. Here's how CrossFit works. It's obviously not going to work for you.
Yeah.
But the only person that can push intensity is you.
Yeah. And that's the hard part. That's the part that is convincing them.
Yeah.
That's the tough fucking part.
And let's not forget, you're only here for an hour. The workout's always almost 90% of the time under 30 minutes.
Yeah. I think just getting people to believe you, or as a coach, I think that's the challenge of like really understanding things mentally and understanding how to have conversations and how to win friends and influence people and your own emotions and not letting yourself become emotional in situations like that.
Yeah.
Not snapping, because every time you do that, you just maybe like you don't have like if you snap or say something
you got to remember that,
you just dig that hole deeper. Like, this is why I don't do it, because you reacted this way.
You have to remember that it's because you care.
Yeah. Yeah.
You care so much about this thing that person bothers you. I think that's what that says.
It's also true. It's a good point.
Because if you didn't care, this wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, she's got it. She's doing sit-ups over there. She's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had that thought. Like, if I walked into any other CrossFit gym and I wasn't coaching and I saw something atrocious about to happen, I would say something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whoa, try this with your deadlift. Fix this. Or like, you're about to fucking rip your shoulder blade out if you do that one more time. Try not catching the snatch with your arm twisted this way.
Yeah, and I think that's a important thing to recognize, how much you care about this thing. Because that's what makes it valuable to you, and it's easy to lose sight of that.
Yeah.
Had this epiphany at the gym on Saturday. Like, did I tell you this already?
Kind of.
Yeah. What was I telling Trill? I told Trill, but it was like, it's hard work for sure. I meant to text this to Chris too, just so he can bring me back in case I go down some negative spiral about business ownership. But like, it's pretty fucking cool that like there's been over 20 people who've said to me like, you've changed my life, like for the better.
Yeah.
And like, that's just people who've said it. And like, think about people in the world who never have heard that or will never hear that.
Yeah. Like coaches that have said that.
Just people.
Like people who, like somebody who hasn't heard it is what I mean.
Yeah. Like I'll use my dad, for example. Like, how many people's lives has my dad changed?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he may never get to experience like
somebody
what that even means. Like he genuinely changed the fate of someone's life.
Yeah.
And then there's the other end, the people who didn't say anything or the event never happened. Like, think of how many people we've prevented from getting diabetes.
Yeah.
How many people you've saved from dying early from a heart attack. Yeah.
True.
Like, that's fucking
cool.
Just fucking impactful.
Yeah. No,
even if it is small, like even if it is 100 people, like that's 100 people you potentially save from depression, diabetes, heart attack, stroke.
Yeah.
Maybe even cancer.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool.
I just think it's something that not a lot of people get to experience.
Yeah.
And like, social media is all about like, oh, go travel and see the world and just visit cities and take pictures and make selfies. But it's like, yeah, but you're not really affecting anyone but yourself there.
Yeah. And giving yourself some instant gratification is ultimately.
Yeah.
Like what could happen in this world that we can get instant results that don't require that stuff? Like, what can you do in your life on a day-to-day basis that gives you that type of joy, right? Like when we went to Asia and we were doing those things, like I haven't done anything where it was like the same type of feeling.
Yeah.
But in that same interim, I've gone through enough experience since then where I'm like getting the same type of dopamine response, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck. CrossFit's deep. It's deeper than just fitness.
But I think a lot of people could do that. Like, you don't have to just be a CrossFit coach or a CrossFit owner. You could be a little league sports coach. Yeah. You could be a psychiatrist, a doctor.
Yeah.
I think a lot of doctors get it for free and they probably do more damage, but I'm kind of against the healthcare system lately. They've just let me down too much. Could be another podcast episode.
Yeah, we could talk about that next week. Maybe we'll get a doctor on here to try to shape your mind differently.
I also dude, think about if you were friends with your doctor and there wasn't HIPAA. And would they even be your doctor? Let's say I talked to my doctor, right? And he's cool. He's a cool doctor. I've never had a problem with him. He's just, mediocre. He's not the coolest person in the world. But then he's never pushed anything on me. He's like, yeah, just do your yearly physicals. You're healthy, good to go. But then I find out you go to the same doctor as me and you're like, oh yeah, dude, I just told him I just needed a medical marijuana thing. I just made up some shit about anxiety, gave it to me. And then next thing is I needed some whatever to make myself feel good on the drive, some nausea medication. He just gave it to me, no problem. I would be like, fuck.
Why?
Because my doctor's just giving people what they want. He's not actually trying to help them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think all that shit's scary. Pharmaceuticals are scary because it can go down a deep, dark place. So most of these medicines I know aren't addictive and all that other stuff, but it has to change the chemistry of your body. I think they're important sometimes.
I think medicine should never be
a regular
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's medically needed for you to survive. And modern medicine has proven to be hey, most people died at 30, but now modern medicine can keep people alive till they're 100.
It's like Ozempic, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think if you're 400 pounds.
Yeah. And you're beyond the point where a CrossFit gym or any gym can help you, because you will die potentially doing the exercise. Your heart can't handle it. I agree. And it's if this will help you lose weight to get you to something, and then we can start doing
stuff. Get off the Ozempic and let's fucking move.
Yeah. Or while you're on it, start to come to the gym, start to move, start to get your heart into conditioned. And that's a year process.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. I wouldn't know how to handle somebody if they came into the gym and they were 400 pounds and they were like, hey, that's scary to me. Because it's you could kill them.
Yeah.
They might be 6 months in really good and all of a sudden just drop dead of a heart attack because you pushed them slightly too hard that day. Or the gym atmosphere pushed them too hard that day. And that's where you need to have a really good trained perception of, or just a mild understanding of medicine too.
I do wish we had some more overweight people.
Yeah.
Our gym really doesn't have they have out of shape members, but we don't really have anyone that's been really overweight.
Yeah.
And I just think that'd be a new challenge because even thinking about something simple like scaling, right? Mm-hmm. Their scales are so different than what you're scaling the people you have today.
Yeah. I normally forget sometimes a pull-up is just hanging on the bar. Or,
right? Yeah.
Or maybe not even that. Maybe it's just holding a barbell in the hang position.
Or a squat is literally just they're sitting on a bench and standing up.
Yeah. And
that's it.
Not even full depth. Yeah.
No.
And that's really, really hard. And they're sore the next day.
Yeah.
And that's just doing 10 squats.
And that's 3 months of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or burpees. You're just going to a wall, moving your feet back 2 inches, moving them forward again, standing up, touching something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Fucking crazy, dude.
It'd be cool to see that change too.
What? Just see it change in people? I agree.
See how, because I think I need that scope of reference to appreciate scaling a little more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And just understanding, or just have more sympathy for it too. Or I've seen or see the extreme, so then when people can do more or can't do more, or hey, this is legit. Yeah, I know you can't do more.
I think seeing that extreme would help me train more people to do less.
Yeah.
Maybe that kind of just slight dad bod dude walks in here. Maybe I don't moderately scale him. Maybe I do actually aggressively scale him a little more. So that
for the first 3 months, so he wins every day.
Yeah.
No. And doing 20 burpees in a workout is a lot. Like,
because I still think of John's
brother-in-law,
brother-in-law. Is that who he was?
something, yeah.
Something. And it's just like having him just not even fulfill his other 2 class trial is just, man, that cut me deep. I was like, fuck, I must have fucked up somewhere.
Yeah.
And the answer is I just didn't scale him enough.
Yeah, you just made it too hard.
It was
That's
just
what
too
I
hard.
used to always try to do is like, and I forget more so now because it's like I had such smaller groups when I would run mine. So it was a lot easier. And I was also just way more like readily available mentally. Would scale the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Versus like now it's like sometimes I honestly forget.
Yeah.
Like I'll go through and I'll just go through things, talk about it versus like, oh yeah, this is the importance of why we go over the scales because it like taught somebody.
Well, this gym's hard because they are most people that come in the door are like, I don't know, slightly fit. They're like a 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's rare that we have someone that's like a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, because maybe that's where most people are going. Like most people are fitter than we think.
Yeah. And I think it's like you've been saying, like CrossFit's not doing a good job at capturing those people. And so you have the whole mentality of like, I need to be in shape to do CrossFit. Those type of people are coming over.
Yeah. Maybe. Fucking maybe.
But yeah, it's good CrossFit topics.
Yeah, good CrossFit. What closing remarks you got for us? We're at that hour.
Closing remarks. We're gonna do an interview. I was talking to Luke about it though. Like our Sundays usually blow up, so I just feel bad if we pull someone in as a guest and then the time slips.
Yeah.
So
we probably just need to be safer, like schedule it for later rather than 4 p.m.
Yeah. And just sorry, people on the East Coast, you're just not gonna be able to watch it live.
Yeah, just go to that YouTube, drop a comment.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget, we got comments on the YouTube, on Spotify. There's some poll survey questions. Drop us a line, yeah.
Well, you're going to get us somebody to interview next week then.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll schedule it later. We got construction to do, though.
Right. Yeah, so see.
It'll just have to be later.
All right, dude.
All right, dude. GG's.
That's it.